as they will now have to decide just which side they want to play. Which would you choose?
I go for that T side early on, but the thing is, that's me. Right now for Ufrag, overall, I decide they just go for that CT half, they find their standings, get their footings, lay that foundation, then move on to their T half, because that's where they're going to be at their best and at their peak and most explosive. So it allows them to do that a little bit later on into the game. If there is, you know, that potential that Infused really do run away with it early on their T half, you've still got to be able to bring it back. You've got your better half to bring in later.
Yeah, definitely so. As I believe it was one of the NIP guys who they kind of became known for picking T side to start things off because they said it's a lot easier to get your aim in with an AK than it is an M4, and transitioning from the AK is easier to the M4 than going the other way.
Yeah, plus it lets you set the pace of the game. You take that role, you decide the tempo, you force them to play the style of CS that you want them to play, because they have to. You condition them into that role, and we see that time and time again, especially with the UK teams on a map like Cobblestone. It's a little bit closer when it comes down to it.
Yep, as once again it looks like we're just waiting for these guys to ready on up.
Yeah, we will be jumping in very shortly. Hopefully shouldn't take too long at all. And the thing is, Hoss, both of these teams, you've had your predictions, but I want to know right now, who is going to be your MVP? Who are you going to put that on? Because we've been speaking for so long, I don't know where I am anymore. So I'm trying to find other things to say. Who will be your MVP, Hoss?
I have a 1 in 10 chance getting this one right. I think I'm going to go for the new player in Jakey. I feel like he's going to have impact on this T side, and if they give him some freedom to call as well behind the scenes, I feel like he could make an impact there as well. Maybe not a clear MVP by our standards, by a mad fragger, but I think he'll certainly come in with impact frags, and that's what's key for me.
Yeah, that's true. I was actually going to go for Jakey myself as well. I'm not sure if that's biased, because he is just in my house playing right now, but...
I mean, you say house.
All right.
Hashtag Shedlan.
Yeah, Shedlan's big. Instantly into a pause, though, as they... you know, it's been a bit of a shaky first few seconds into round half, so they want to try and break that down and find out how to sort things out.
Yep. So, okay, we do have a break here. Let's talk about the Pro League at the weekend. I mean, you were there for the finals in London. What were your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on an event like that coming to London?
It's all right, because it means I don't have to travel that far. Plus, it's really good. Because it means when you wake up from the after party, you don't have to worry about getting home. You are just in the country, so it's all sound. Is that what you wanted, or was that?
That is definitely not what. No, that's not it. I mean, my answer to my own question would be that it's great to see a company like ESL have the confidence to bring a major event like that to the UK, and it may not have been a stadium like Katowice, but for me, like as soon as I stepped into the Indigo at the O2. It felt like a very intimate venue. It was all very close. Everyone seemed like they were literally right there next to the stage. And it really almost felt homely. Would you agree?
Sure. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Hoss. It was definitely homely. It was interesting. It was actually a very fantastic event. The crowd was quite hyped as well. You had that very standard English crowd. Yeah. It's always good.
And it was great to see the French players come back into a UK.
Oh, to be fair, that was fantastic. I mean, we were joking about it at the event when I was talking to you, and I was saying, it's ridiculous. I mean, it seems like what happened there with G2 is they just went, do you remember Source? And they went, yeah, I remember Source. Do you remember the very games? Yeah. You know, this was the country one of them lands in. Was it? Yeah. Should we do that again? That was fun. Yeah, go on then.
And they almost did.
Almost. Unlucky, really, isn't it?
It was really good, though. It was a great way to see Inferno go out at the top of its game. Of course, it is still in the UK Premiership, which is all that matters, I believe.
It's still in Outland as well, of course.
Yes,
It never dies. But we're going to be jumping in Hoss, and let's see who will be dying, because obviously one of these teams is going to have to. It's the first round, Infused versus Ufrag, and here comes that push. Dream and Red Snake kick it off as they take down Jakey and JT, the two newcomers, but Pow is going to retaliate. A one-man army in this man. The AWP for the side as he brings it back, touching his way through.
Dodges the Molotov there. Great precision from him in a 3 versus 3. The rotation has come in from his two teammates. He's just going to sit here in Chicken Shed.
Do you mean Chicken Coop, bud?
Shed, Coop, same thing. It's going to be great.
Shedland.
It's going to be great if Jakey plays there, isn't it?
That would be a bit of a minute and 10 still left on the clock, though. Stuff has slowed down off that very high tempo first few seconds into the round. Quick 2 kills going to either side. It was such a fast trade. Now, Infused A little bit worse for wear, worried about what they actually want to go for. Don't want to allow Ufrag to do what they just did to him again and repeat history of that ridiculous stuff coming off the back of Pow. He's still alive and actually taking damage as well from that Molotov, being able to evade it fantastically. They have the all-important kit still in their hands on Adam as well, but here finally comes that drop. Everyone looking a little bit battered as they flood their way round. Hype will claim one frag, but Red Snake and Jenko pick up 2 of their own. It's just on Pow. He would actually have to go on to get a quad kill to pick this up.
Yeah, he does have a 5-7, so it is great firepower out range as well. Certainly doable for a retake to come in, but Jenko is in a great position. They're just going to take up. Just very, very defensive here, as Pow has to check every tiny angle. And he comes into the crosshair of Red Snake, not able to tag up the CT player, however, but Jenko now gets spotted out as well as he rattles a Glock or 2 shots. Does he have the time? He's found himself a kit here as well. This could be extremely big for Pow, but Jenko's just going to connect that headshot. It's going to be 1-0 to Team Infused. The names at the top are the wrong way around. We will get that one fixed as soon as possible.
That was a nice round as well, though. Great stuff from both sides. We saw that individual skill really on display from either of them. So unfortunate for JT and Jakey as well, going for that counter boost play. That would have been amazing. If they actually pulled that off a little bit earlier, they would have got 2 frags very easily and still been able to just, at bare, lose 1 man. So just timing a little bit off there.
Something I really liked that round as well, after the 2-for-2 trade initially, is that Infused then just backed off and dictated their own pace of play. They transitioned into a very slow style, just holding the game essentially to themselves. It looks like it should be a rather easy round, but JT here could potentially find a frag and drop down. Adam with a surprise angle here as well. Just playing very close, using these P250s to their advantage. But of course, if they want to get kills, they have to see players come their way. Adam goes for the information play. Almost pays with his life.
Yeah, but luckily for him and the rest of his team, did actually get away with 13 HP. So he is still another presence on the board. A prawn on the table Huss, so he can still come into effect a little bit later on. 1 minute 55 left on the clock, 55 seconds even. That'd be ridiculous. There's 1 minute 55 Huss. It'd be going on forever. But still, slow stuff. Right now, as they slowly wait for that push. Interesting to see as well, as I was saying before, they do sort of hit that same bomb site continuously over and over again, even though they've got weapons that will be a little bit more effective if they went for that long push towards the A bomb site, where range is more of a factor. They're going to be trying to flood their way out towards Olaf. They have those sort of long distance angles as well here. It just depends if Ufrag can allow them to come into effect. They're playing quite close by, but should still be able to dispatch. They do have the master advanced arsenal, and it's going to be really on Lumgy as he picks up a free K instantly, just waddles his way into the site and claims 3 frags one after the other. Somehow he's been able to just get away with that. That's a huge cash injection straight into his bank account as well, but look at Hype is back on this close angle. You can't quite check it easily. It's going to be a bit of a jump face, but unfortunately for him, wasn't watching the right side and gets a bullet in the back of the cranium.
Yeah, Lumgy picking up 4 frags in total there, 3 of them with the SMG. As you said, he's more or less just won the lottery there. Maybe not the Powerball, but certainly got 5 out of 6 numbers.
Yeah, he got 5 out of 6, but he lost the lottery ticket.
Yep.
It's a bit of a shame that. But he found it, because obviously
he got the money.
He still got the money.
Yeah. Did wonder where you were going with that, much like where are Ufrag going to be going with these P250s. Looks like once again it's just going to be standard. We might see Adam or Jakey go for this information play, as it looks like they're not going to be able to find that frag. Lumgy finds 2. Jakey's going to get taken down with ease there as well. A little bit of a miscommunication there, it seemed, once that smoke bloomed.
Yeah, and this is really not the start they wanted. Obviously, as I was saying, they're a lot better on their T side for Ufrag, and it's early days. They lost the pistol round, so the economy really hasn't been on their side yet. It will be after this round. They'll finally have enough to scrape together a buy, and it will be full buy versus full buy, and that's where we're going to see the true potential of Ufrag. But right now, they're basically just sacrifices, getting picked off one by one. The only unfortunate factor is the SMGs are still getting the frags. That's what they really didn't want to happen. Now what I want to see, though, for the side of Infused is what are they going to go for? Will they just go for the scout rounds and hold on to them SMGs, or will they fully commit and go for the upgraded arsenal? Okay, this is good. They will just stick to the SMGs, us. Yeah,
they're saying we can play close angles here. We can just rush on in, which is what they've been doing towards this B site. And it's certainly been working. When you're able to get a pick on platform that's certainly up close. And where is this smoke going to go?
That was interesting, that what GoTV just did. spooked me a little bit. But this push coming out towards this B bomb site, they once again want to return to this form. We've seen them hitting it over and over again. They will actually divide the site as well. This is going to be that more sort of luminosity smoke trap where they divide the site in two and then go for the push out. Dream getting tagged down 75 HP will be picked off as well. Jakey in this elevated angle. It's so fantastic if you can get those frags. Great stuff. JT as well doing damage, returning to form. But it's only going to be one. It's short-lived as he gets punished, taken down by Roma the Hunter. And it's Jenko on 2 HP, Red Snake and Roma. They're on the bomb site trying to deal as much damage as they can. They're doing a great job, but Adam has had enough of this reign of terror. We'll find that frag on towards Jenko before the quick trade comes in. Oh, so here's the thing to remember, right? They've already got 3 frags, but Infused, they just went for the scout round. They held on to those SMGs. So even though this round's going a little bit south, it doesn't matter. They've done amazing amounts of damage to that economy this early on as well, and there's still potential they could pick this up.
Yeah, it looks like Infused maybe trying to rotate out of this one over towards the A site. They can, of course, go to drop down as well if they wish, as it looks like that is going to be the play. Roma walking towards the mid area with just Jenko lurking around. But, of course, the thing here is that the rotation time for CTs is a lot quicker than the Ts.
Yeah, that is very true indeed. It is very easily for you to rotate on a map like Cobblestone, which is why it comes into effect so very often. Red Snake as well, he's just that late round lurk. Great stuff from Hype there, though. Does pick him off, and now they're going to be aware. There's no time to commit towards that B bomb site. So they will UDQ. They will know it is A.
There it is. Bomb has gone down. Do they know it's A, though?
Doesn't seem like it. They will check the bomb site and now be alerted of what's going on. This could actually be fantastic as well. Roaming this close angle. This is great with what the UAP. It doesn't matter. Pow! Snaps him down, peels his head clean back, and we'll get the defuse.
With the basic pistol there as well, P2000, just jumping around the corner, connects the shot. But as you said, that was a very low buy for Team Infused.
Yes, it is the thing. It doesn't even matter because they didn't spend
they
any
went
money.
They went into that round saying, we're happy to lose this. We don't mind if we lose this. We have a strong economy to fall back on.
But who doesn't have that strong economy now is the side of Ufrag, because it's done an awful lot of damage to their cash.
Yeah.
And it wears through that buffer that they could have had. So it's great stuff. It is quite a smart decision to do. You know, all the teams are doing it sort of more so in this meta now. And it works well because of that reason. They're still going to have money to play with. They'll still have very healthy economy as well. And the buy comes in, 5 AKs across the board and full utility. But how well can they utilize these Kalashnikovs? Will they be able to spray and pray? Or will they make the opponents hit the DECK as they go for that push towards the B-bomb site?
Looks like Jakey is really going to be utilizing this tree position. It's usually a position where you can only really play it once.
Yeah, it's more of a one and done.
It's an impact one.
Yeah.
It's like an 8 rounds in, we need to surprise someone. But they've gone for it early on here, and it looks like it's a position he is willing to consistently play here.
That push towards that B-bomb site once again, drop down. As I was saying, they hit the same angle most times over and over again until they finally are stopped dead in their tracks. And Jenko being able to take down JT, he hasn't had the best game so far early on, has been picked off majority of the times as he wants to try and hold this drop down control. But it's early days yet.
It's interesting. We're going to see Ufrag rotate a player over towards this B bomb site. The bomb's still lurking back a little bit from Team Infused. They do have that option to rotate towards A again. We saw it in the last round just with less players left. It looks like they might go for that kind of play again here if they have no immediate success on that B bomb site. As the smokes are coming down, the question is, are we going to see this 4th player rotate over, or are they just going to go for an A-Rap? It looks like that's what they're going to do. Adam is none the wiser to what's going on here. Jakey's still expecting the push towards drop down. Hype with 2 frags there. That is so crucial, as it looks like Lumji is just going to be lurking. He's going to find one. Here's Adam. Gets the connection there too. As Hype, I feel like, has to go so huge here. He has to get a 5-man if he really wants to win this one.
Yeah, he is going to go absolutely insane if he wanted to claw this back from the jaws of defeat, but doesn't look like there's really much fight left in him at this point. 60 HP, will try and stick his nose in, try and have a sniff and work out what's going down, but only 1 frag will go his way. Does get that shot on towards Red Snake. But that's going to be it. Only enough for free, and as we were saying, that money, it was so very fragile. It's been absolutely busted now, and they're just not looking fantastic, Hoss. They're more in debt than Kanye West.
Is Kanye actually in debt? His company is, but he's not.
Yes. He personally still has money.
Yeah, and a lot of it probably.
Yeah.
Tell you who doesn't have a lot of money though.
Ufrag?
Good job.
Sound. once again towards that B bomb site, still trying to barrage their way out. They found that weak spot. They found the leak costs, and unfortunately for Ufrag, they don't have a plumber.
No.
So they haven't been able to patch it up just yet.
We're back to this one. But Dream here just playing very passive. He's just going to be lurking. Spots a few. Here's the footsteps come around as well. Spots 3 members in total there. Roma and Dream combining. The Nerd Rage pairing. Connect 3 frags. And again, this is just going to be the doormat to A. Just JT here holding with a P250 at range. It's really not going to be ideal at all. Janko's going to dispatch of Jakey on that B platform, and now it is just JT who's been sold a B fake.
Yeah, a little bit worried about what is going down. He is stuck towards that B bomb site, seeing if anyone's going to run straight into him. But unfortunately for him, it will be A. That audio cue will alert him of what's going down, but I mean, ideally, if he can get a couple of frags on the board, that would be splendiferous, because he doesn't deserve much into this. Only a P250 in hand, hasn't invested heavily. No reason to try and save it. Might as well just see if he can find anything out of it. He gets 1 frag, that's already fantastic. If he would have got the follow-up on towards Lumgy, it would have been amazing. But even then, still does pay off.
Yeah, and even now, this buy from Ufrag, sorry, isn't really going to be ideal. We've still got Adam on 3.4, Powell was on 3.5, I think. So it is going to be a second eco round coming in here for Ufrag.
It will, indeed.
I feel like if they knew they were going to double eco, they should have put a little bit more into that first round. Or that previous round, I should say.
Yeah, because you would have had that potential firepower there, but money was limited, and that B bomb site, it's been under so much heavy aggression, but they're still playing 2 towards A, risking it, expecting them to go for that late round A play once again. There's only 1 man still alive on the site, and that's Jakey, but he wasn't alive for long. He's now dead and buried. Adam 5 coming in from behind. CZ in hand. What will he find here? Glides his way down.
It is an uphill struggle for him, though. Double nade.
Ooh. Well, that's just unfortunate.
Kobe.
Just a wish. It's all in the hips, Huss. It's all in the hips.
You've never played basketball, have you?
I haven't. It's not in the hips, is it?
That's
salsa. That it's all in the hips. Basketball is probably more all in the ankles.
I'd go arms.
Yeah, but you got to get the extra reach, didn't you? Have a tiptoe. I think.
But either way, the bomb's going to go off here. It's going to put Team Infused onto this 6-1 lead. Hype will keep a 5-7 and a flashbang, 700 bucks.
But finally, Hoss,
we get a buy round.
Yeah, they have the cash.
Yep.
Finally switched it up a little bit though. Just 1 man on the A-bomb site playing that scout role. That's going to be Hype, so we can rotate late if he needs to. But they've gone for the stack quite heavily towards the B-bomb site. Powell could have been caught off guard there, but somehow he was able to adjust, found his compensation, found that frag. But he has been taken down. It's just on Red Snake. All of a sudden though, they've just ripped their way through. Great defense on towards that B-bomb site. Late if he needs to, but they've gone for the stack quite heavily towards the B-bomb site. Powell could have been caught off guard there, but somehow he was able to adjust, found his compensation, found that frag. But he has been taken down. It's just on Red Snake. All of a sudden though, they've just ripped their way through. Great defense on towards that B-bomb site. JT and Hype. Last 2 men left standing for Ufrag. They will be able to waddle their way over. The bomb is going to get planted off the back of Red Snake. That's the angle. If they peek together and play their cards right, this should be their round. Look at the utility. They've got the kit as well. That's going to be very important. This will give away their position now, though. He's going to be focusing towards drop. Spams the one onto JT. Nearly found the follow-up, but Hype was able to shut it down. And there's the defuse coming in now as well. Wants to recover the AWP for Powell. That is ridiculous that Powell even got that AWP shot, by the way. He was gliding as if he had ice skates. Finally came to a halt. Found the shot and got a follow-up as well. Yeah,
I'd be really intrigued to see how much damage Powell actually did there, because, yeah, he got those 2 frags, but I'm pretty sure he was so close to getting a collateral on Lumgy as well. I think Lumgy got out on 1 HP there. Would have been so sick if he'd have got 3 frags there in total. They did come out with a round, and that's the important thing here for Ufrag.
They're not out of the woods yet, though.
No.
Even then, if we look at that economy, it's still very shaky. There's actually 3 Famases in play on the rifles. Utility's looking quite healthy, though.
Yeah.
Their overall stocks of equipment is looking quite grand. Red Snake, nearly not below 50 HP very early on into the round as well. That's not too fantastic for that side, but it seems like they will actually be switching it up and trying to hit that A-bomb site. Hype is really going to be that frontline infantry. He's on the angle. Luckily, he's backing off. Smart stuff, he isn't even aware of what's going down. This could be so bad for him, though, at the right timing, as he will spot that on the leg, didn't quite catch it, and they're being able to creep up behind him. This is going to be the A-play. They want to go for this pincer. He's going to get taken down. The headshot instantly comes in. Everyone realizes what's going on towards that B-bomb site. They begin to shuffle off. They have to rotate quickly, but it's going to be so very hard. The bomb site is completely under the Infused control. Red Snake doing so much more damage as well. The frag comes in as he takes down Adam 5, the in-game leader. leader at that side of Ufrag. JT, a nice nade will force him out of position as well. Wants to just hold on to that AWP, force to back off and save, because they don't have the economy into the following round. They don't hold on to these weapons. And that is just fantastic. Hype, so unfortunate for him there.
Yeah, it really was. Just, and that's the thing with CS. Just little things here and there. Little intricacies. And he just didn't get the roll of the dice that time round. JT and Jakey going to be saving a lot of money, it has to be said. Going to be taking over 10k through to the next round, presuming they survive. They are in a great position to do so. They have the range. Jakey could potentially maybe get an exit here if Jenko keeps on pushing. Does hear Jenko jump, but he won't be going for a peek at all here. He wants to save the AK, and if he were to peek, there's a risk there involved. As now, it's always the problem. You win one round, once you lose a few, win one, and then stringing them together is one of the hardest things you can do. And Ufrag have failed on this occasion. 7 rounds to 2 in favor of Team Infused. Full AK buy here yet again. Only the AWP of POW, which JT was able to salvage from the previous round, and of course the AK on Jakey.
They're just in that real horrific spot as well, and it's just so degrading for that side of Ufrag. Their confidence is going to be taking that hit now early on.
Yeah, you said how they were a momentum-based team as well, and to go this far down, this early on arguably a map where the CTs do have somewhat of a good amount of power as well.
Ooh, Hype though. Wants to try and bring it back a little bit, and Jakey actually gets his hand on a weapon as well. That AK going to prove so very damaging as he takes down Lumji. Hype with a follow-up frag as well, takes down Jenko, but it's short-lived. Dream. He has a dream of a completely free sight all on his lonesome. It's him and his brother-in-arms Dream as they begin to push their way out. Pal and Adam just ripping their way for everyone.
Fair play to the lads there on the well, not even a mix buy, the save and eco. Hype with some glorious 5-7 work there, really bringing this
long-range frag is ridiculous.
That long-range one tap to the head. And that's what we was talking about in the almost, I guess, pre-game, where we were saying how these players have the confidence to make individual plays like that. You know, not everyone is going to say, right, I'm going to jump up onto platform and get a pick there with a 5-7. It just doesn't happen. Hype, he had the confidence to do it. He followed through. His team were rewarded with it as well.
Yeah, and that's some nice use of nades as well. They're aware that this Olofmeister area has been hit very heavily early on into the rounds, so they've gone for the double nade now. Even if they don't find the frag, that utility is still, it's usable. You're going to get something back for it in return to the fact that Lumji is very squishy. 23 HP left on him. A single bullet will take him down.
Yeah, now we're just going back into this more delayed style of play with the smokes with just over a minute left. The bomb's still lurking. This is what we've seen from Team Infused. This appears to be their default. They do send some aggression towards this drop-down and platform area with the bomb lurking back in rotation. It's just about what timing do they go for the aggression towards platform. That time again, it was early. Lumji got punished. And they're now seeing that Ufrag are adapting to this. The question is, do Team Infused change it up next round now that Ufrag have cottoned on to what's actually happening? Are we going to see Infused maybe go for the next play in Red Snake's book?
Yeah, well, they begin to work their way through, because it does come to that point. As soon as they do get countered, that's when they change things up. And B-bomb site's been so very easy for them in the past that they've only made that 2A play, so they haven't had to change it. Jakey as well, still playing from tree. It's been a given now. They're aware. They're switched onto it. They check the angle and they take him down. But nice stuff from JT. Glides through the window, takes down Red Snake, and it's just left on the 2 men. They are luckily on that A-bomb site, and Hype is there. The Lithuanian lunatic himself, but he's not going to be alive. Gets taken down. The headshot to dispatch him, and the follow-up frag as well. That's so sick from Dream. The snapshot on towards JT. But Adam 5 comes in, the in-game leader. Can he do it all on his lonesome? It'd be so very huge. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to, though, as Roma, thirsty for kills. The 2 frags come out there. Such big impact frags, and that's going to be 8 rounds snapped up so early on for Infused.
And a force buy coming out from Ufrag as well. They really do feel like their backs are against the wall. They don't have the full buy across all of their members. But we've seen that all Hype needs is a 5-7. He does have a P250 this time around, but power with the AWP could certainly be key in this one. Dream going to be going back to playing a little bit passive, as it looks like Infused are going to be switching things up. They've taken the bomb early across towards A. Only Lumji is going to be towards the platform area to start. Does make his presence known, so by Ufrag standards, this is just a default play from Team Infused. Little do they know that they have mixed things up. You can see they've drawn a line across the map where they're just playing very defensive. They've cut the map in 2. They've said, this is ours. You can come and try and contest it if you wish, but you're not going to find success this early on.
Yeah, which is great as well, because Ufrag, it's been quite complacent. They haven't gone for that headstrong style of CS, but if they did want to try and change it up now because they haven't found any success, then this is when it would immediately be countered. And it looks like that over-aggression could be their downfall as well. They've got Pout into this elevated position. It's usually quite a strong one, but how well is this going to pan out? Dream lining up the smokes here as he waits for his teammates. This will be going over, I believe, just the smoke off somewhere up near side. That should zone them out a little bit. Everyone else repositioning as they say tiptoe around. This has been a massive A fake as well off the back of that smoke. It's forced to rotate out. Yeah. It's landed on this top angle by side, so Hype's confused now, isn't aware, he doesn't have that clear angle. With Red Snake being there as well to be the main distraction, it's going to force a huge rotate. You can see they're on edge about rotating already. Hype's going to be confused, but luckily he hasn't made a shot. Red Snake couldn't try to see him as well. He's going to be tapping away, couldn't worry, recover it. Will take him down. This is fantastic. But even then, the rotating has come out a little bit, and this has made that crack, the leak on towards the B bomb site. Once again, everyone trickles down. Jakey's the only man left there, spamming away with the farmers. Can't quite find a frag, but did at least connect it and get that tag off. But there's Pow as well. Arrives on the scene and does an awful lot of damage, rails down Lumji, connecting it with that AWP. This is great stuff so far, but they have to keep it up. This tempo can't drop. They have to bring the aggression right now and retake this site. Prove that it is there, but Jenko, the primetime angle to go big. Whoa. The free kick comes out into the 4K, annihilating everyone that comes towards it. Wants to go on for the ace, but couldn't quite take it. Pow on a 1v1 up against Roma. This elevated angle, he does have the high ground. Pow has the AWP. He's got a little bit of utility and has the kit. Taps it, trying to force out the peak. Roma won't be buying it. Jushay comes out, lands the snapshot, and there's the defuse. 4 rounds on the board for Ufrag now.
So much great individual play there. So much. The patience from Hype over on that A-bomb site just to hold his gun, hold his sound to then get the frag there. Jenko coming in with a great spray down of 3, and then the confidence just to go for the 4th as well there. And then Pow with the patient play to end things, get his team the round at the end there. Ufrag now get their 4th on the board. But again, they're back on a FAMAS buy. It's still not brilliant. They still need to cross a line where they say, yes, we've all got M4s, we've all got utility, we can make a good, solid buy.
Yeah, it's been so vastly hard. The JT, only 1 frag once again towards drop down. It's been ridiculously hard for him to actually defend that area. Constant aggression coming out towards drop down. He can't quite grasp it, and it's such a shame. If he could step it up a little bit here, 1 frag on the board, if he could have gone on to get that 2nd frag, this round would have been easily in their hands early on, but even ground. This does actually favour the T's a little bit here, Hoss.
Yeah, and again, in drop down there in a high pressure situation, a FAMAS is not the gun you want. You would really like an M4 there. It's a lot easier to control. You have the more bullets. You just keep rattling them off as it looks like it is going to be a mid play coming out from Team Infused as they start to creep their way forward. There is only 1 player on this site. Hype makes his presence known with the flashbang. Adam still lurking. Looks like Jenko will jump up straight into the clutches of the in-game leader of Ufrag, and he will do. However, Hype did go down on the A site. This is now completely open. Bomb yet to go down. The rotation is coming in. The smokes and mollies are primed, however, to delay this Ufrag entry, and it looks like Lumji is going to get 1, gets 2. The bomb will now get planted, passed across onto the bomb site, and it's all on Jakey's shoulders. Will get taken down. And again, another eco round. Is the round, like, the showing of who's won what round really does just tell the story of Ufrag.
Yeah, if you look at the economy there, you can see how they've been reset countlessly. They pick up that 1st round, instant reset. They haven't been able to link a single round together. It's been 4 rounds in separate occasions, so you're not ever building up that economy. It's in this constant deficit that's absolutely disgusting. It doesn't allow you to build up money. It really just resets you every time, and then you're there in a buy that's worse. Sure, you get the round, but you never get into a stable position that allows you to barrage your way through and leap up into actual healthy economy. So this really should be the 10th round on the board for Infused, and the way this is going, this is probably going to be really just Infuse's half. I mean, it already is, but so heavily dominatedly.
That is what we like to see there, though. JT on this eco buy, just jumping up, getting an information play, getting rewarded with a pick as well. Does give his team a little bit of an advantage here, but is it enough? You've still only got P2000s across the board. What, 2 P250s?
Adam looks like he's quaking in his boots a little bit, that Hoss. He looks terrified.
Yep.
As these pushes come out towards that B bomb site. Still 2 men towards the A site, though. JT a little bit paranoid. They have got 1 frag, which is one of the rare occasions they actually do get the opener and don't lose a man towards drop down. Great stuff. Adam trying to take the initiative, but doesn't really work out. So unfortunate. Gets nailed towards the wall. And this push begins to unfold. The flashes go in and the smokes to try and divide the site in two. They do spot out Pow as well. He's been such a key fragger for the side of Ufrag. Wants to try and cause a little bit of havoc, but it's not going to. Fantastically, JT finally comes into the fold as well, but it's just left on one man. Hype is back. And unfortunately, Hype is dead.
That he is, as we now head into the last round of the half. And again, going to be FAMAS buys across the board for Ufrag. Never had a luxury of a good solid M4 buy, and it really does show. They need to get a 5th round on the board here, otherwise it does put them in that range of pistol round win for Infused. They're on match point.
Yeah, and that's not the spot they want to be in. They do have a quite advanced T-half, and it definitely is, you know, where their best bet lies. But even then, you need a buffer. You need that stability, and going through with 4 rounds isn't going to be enough.
And again, another little bit of a slow round coming out here from Team Infused. Slowly creeping their way towards platform once again. No drop-down aggression as early as we have seen it. Once again, the bomb lurking in a potential rotate position here in the hands of Roma. Going to be making his way across to his teammates now, as they now set up for some drop-down aggression. That is Jenko. I believe Lumji in that area.
So they want to try and take that drop-down control. Now, they found success countless times. JT really hasn't been able to defend it quite well. And as you said, that's partly due to the economy. He hasn't had a more advanced weaponry. His arsenal's always been quite lacking. And it is going to be that 3-man push. Actually, the quad push towards drop. They want to hit that heavy. Good stuff from JK though. Look at this, biding the time. No reason to find that frag. Oh, but it's so unfortunate. He got the angle on towards JT and he was hoping some more would push out. He actually gets picked off as well, and this round's going south. But Adam brings it back, clawing it down as he finds that 2K. Follows it up with a 3K as well as he lands that shot on towards Dream. Had to switch out to his pistol to achieve that one. Hype is back. Thundering his way down as well. Lumji should be alerted of this through the audio cues, but does he find the frag? Gets the first, tries to reposition, spamming away, pulling that trigger down as he takes down Powell. Still 2 men left to deal with. He has to recover the bomb and get the plant though. 8 seconds left as it ticks away. The clock getting so very low. Has to plant now and isn't going to be able to clear the site. Adam takes him down. That's 5 rounds to 10 at the half, but is it enough?
Honestly, I feel like the answer is no. When you give Infused that much chance to just free roam across the map on their T side, there was no real aggression coming out from Ufrag unless it was an eco round. We saw someone like Hype go for just a quick pick with a pistol, 5.7 P250 or something like that. There was no real contention of these key areas for Team Infused, or for Ufrag onto Team Infused rather. Team Infused, they wanted drop down control, they had it. They wanted platform control, they had it. They wanted long, they had it somewhat, but they never needed to go there because their B was so strong.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was weird as well, right? Because Ufrag, one of these teams that are usually quite organic, it was very standard. They went back to swapping all their older style of CS in the way they defended that B-bomb site, especially with Jakey's elevated position. It's a really fantastic counter to the style of play they were going for towards that B-bomb site, especially towards Olaf. But pulling it out 4 or 5 times, I mean, potentially
from the third round as well. Early on, so many times, it's an impact position for an impact player like Jakey. It's not a position you can say, right, I'm going to play tree, and that's where I'm going to play.
Yeah, that's not your default angle. And it was very odd as well. It didn't really work out too fantastically. But they're on their T side now. This is their home host, their comfort zone. Let's see what they're going to be able to achieve here.
Looks like they are playing into the clutches of Team Infused. Double nade towards drop down is not going to find any connection this time, however. Lumchi just holding around the corner.
Yeah, if anyone was playing close anti-flash that would have been great. More of sort of an old Dignitas strat, interestingly enough. So it does work out quite well if you are going to be going for potentially that counter boost or the anti-flash.
Lumji and co just waiting to receive this. They hear the drop down.
This could be so vastly huge, especially with the weapons they have in hand.
CZ.
Lumji with that CZ, yeah, this is going to be ridiculous. He should tear through them in an instant. Then he has the backup of his teammate, just watching the angle as well in Roma. And he's so very accurate and so deadly with a weapon like that P2000. So this could be devastating if they don't counter it. Nice stuff, though. They're not getting overly confident yet, Horst. They are just still waiting and letting that clock run down. Here comes the push, though. Everyone wants to barrage their way out into the site. Pow actually finds the frag and the follow-up as well. Great stuff from the main AWPer up the side of Ufrag, devastating everyone with his pistols, and they've obliterated all the defenses on the site. But unfortunately, they didn't check Chicken Coop. He's popped out. Red Snake with one frag on towards JT, nearly got the follow-up on towards Jakey as well. slaying everyone he can spy. And he does land the shot on towards Jakey. This is ridiculous. Single-handedly retaking the site for Infused. Dream comes in as well and does his part as he takes down Powell. Hype has to clear it back, has to do it all on his lonesome. I don't feel like he's got it left in him. Block in hand, peeks out the USB, one shot in towards the chest, another shot will dispatch him, gets taken down, and the bomb is defused. How unfortunate there. Red Snake, how has he been allowed to get away with that?
I honestly don't know. It was some great playing towards drop down as well to get rid of that dynamic duo that we were talking about. Dispatch of them with ease. But then Red Snake just sitting there at the back, tapping away with the USP, really keeping his team in this, and that is going to be so key. They are going to be going up against some strong weapons here, in fact. Tech 9, P250s, and a Deagle in the hands of Jakey. Team Infused, this is just going to be a bank builder for them should they win the round. They've got these SMGs, the lone rifle as well. It's going to be about Team Infused building an economy yet again here.
Yeah, this really is. And this is ridiculous as well. They have those SMGs playing this close angle towards the B-bomb site. They're going to rack up a ridiculous amount of cash, and that is going to come into effect. We do see it. Genko, UMP in hand playing there by Broken Wall. We'll back off now as well, but UMP, a surprising amount of range on that, so should be quite effective even from this distance. We do have one man in Pow, wants to try and plant that seed of doubt, try and make them think this is going to be an A take coming out a little bit later into the fold, but secretly it will be a B play. Lumji has switched on though, realised his positioning, wants to try and spam through wood to take him down. No over-rotate, this is good though. They don't over-rotate just for one man. We saw that issue actually coming into play for Ufrag. They were very edgy and quite twitchy on if they wanted to over-rotate, and it came back to bite them in the bum a few times, but it will be the B play. Adam 5 peeks out. Won't actually find a frag, will just find his death at the hands of these weapons. Genko and Rome, but the UMP is proving far too strong as they rip for everyone that offers himself up. One by one, they walk out, and one by one, they all fall. Ufrag still 5 rounds on the board, Infused with 12.
Yeah, we are now going to see this buy come in from Ufrag. Or at least Jakey is. Yeah, there we go. The rest of them are going to be joining up. AKs. A strong rifle. But again, Team Infused, again, they're just showing they're happy to lose yet another round here. With these SMGs in hand, they still have 4 of them. Any kills they get, it's going to be great, yeah. We're going to get 600 a kill, and we can still buy after we lose this round, potentially. And Jakey's going to lose 18 points of health straight away with that nade coming on in. But again, looking like another slow play coming out from Ufrag's T side here.
Yep. Slow but deadly Hoss is what they want to try and make this play into, but it hasn't really been going their way in the past. Could this be the difference maker? Around 18 now, and it's getting to that point in time where there's really not a lot of breathing room left for Ufrag. Infused very heavily dominating early on. They do still have the weaker buy though. The AKs in the hand of Ufrag could prove so vastly damaging, but the UMP at close range, a massive armor penetration, is just going to tear its way through Hype until he's nothing but a mere crumb on the floor. But Red Snake getting a bit greedy, wanted to try and recover that weapon, and Power was lying in wait to capitalise off the back of this.
As it is now going to be turning into an A play. We have 2 players towards side. That nade is going to go across. Tickles JT and Adam, to say the least, as they are starting to line up smokes, but JT is going to have to back on out of there as the fire does start to spread. Again, takes yet another little bit of a hit. Doesn't put him in range of a one-shot headshot from any of these weapons, however. As the smokes are now coming in as the T start to approach. Lumji gets a long-range frag with his FAMAS, gets another little bit closer. Pow and Adam, however, combined, but the HP on these 2 remaining Ts is not going to be pretty at all. Pow just 5 HP left. Lumji 22. Pow has the AK, gets him through the wood. That's going to be Ufrag picking up their first round on this T side. This is where they need to start stringing rounds together. It's a problem they had on their CT. Will it transfer over?
Thing is, you've got that easier economy to build up, right? T-side economy is so much easier. It's so much more malleable. You can do that. It's not as solid and just really easy to break. It's so fragile over on that CT half. But if they can keep this going, build that up, it's definitely potential. They can build up vast amounts of cash very easy. They just have to keep that confidence, bring the energy levels, and they're bringing that high tempo, aggressive play towards B. They find the entry, a P90 on Adam 5. This man's an absolute madman. What's he playing right now? As they just rip their way for everyone. The SMGs coming into effect fantastically. They've destroyed the defense on that B bomb site. It's their domain now. Jakey with the bomb plot coming in. Lumji and Dream, 2 M4s in hand. Lumji, he's looking a bit green around the gills. His brother-in-arm's going to be a bit upset about this, but can they find the frags? What will they be able to do? No reason to peek for Ufrag, but Adam 5 5 sticks his head out, and it gets peeled back. This isn't fantastic. Jakey on the site as well. Luckily for them, they only have one nade. He capitalized on it, swings out with a wide angle, takes down Dream, and it's just Lumji. Pow, in the elevated angle, will come out. They'll play it absolutely gloriously, and they pick up that round. They finally start to get the wheels in motion.
Yeah, this is going to be so key. They should, in theory, get this 8th round on the board as well, as Infused are forced onto an eco round. Some great SMG work coming in that previous round, and Power's just going to go and buy yet another P90. Adam just on a Glock here. Relying on the rest of his team to do the work, of course, though he does have the utilities in hand. As it looks like it's just going to be a very quick play out towards B platform. We see one player jump on down. The Molotovs do come raining in. Pow and Jakey combine to get themselves 2 frags. Red Snake's now going to get dispatched off on Fountain. Adam is trying to find himself a weapon. Gets himself a P250. A little bit of an upgrade as Hype gets the frag on stream. Post-bomb plant, just Lumji left with his Emerald CZ75. Not too much he can do in this situation. Maybe tap down JT or Pow.
Hoss.
Yeah.
His weapon might be green, but it's not very representative of his bank account because he is broke. And now he's dead.
A little bit aggressive.
Yeah, it was all got a bit dark. But now the light is out, Hoss. We're into the following round. Round 21, things are slightly going into that favour of Ufrag. They're starting to build up the speed. The train's in motion, but what will they be able to achieve? Well, that's a self-nade. Hype's...
Likes a nade.
Yeah, he has lost his mind a little bit there, unfortunately for him.
And some health.
Yes,
38 points of health. Just
not a great
like
way
that
to start out the round, of course.
And of course, that puts him in one-shot headshot range of FAMAS and M4 now as well.
There you have it. Which is actually a ridiculously big factor into this, because the buy isn't too amazing. They will be able to pick him off so much easier. He had the head armor, so he would have been able to stay alive if they did connect that one shot with the M4, but now it's not going to make any difference. Push coming out towards that B bomb site. JT leading the charge. He is the flag bearer, and he finds the frag as well. Headshot on towards Red Snake. Jenko's there, furious that his brethren has been slain, and he'll be able to recover that. Lands the headshot on towards JT, brings it back into a 4 versus 4. Essentially equal health as well off the back of Hype self-nading him, and Jenko were only 48 HP. I like to see this as well. The mid-round boost coming out, Jenko put into that elevated angle. He could be so vastly critical. This is what we wanted to see Jakey doing more so than playing it early on. And talking about Jakey, he's been picked off, taken down by Lumji. Jenko will find one, but it's instantly traded out. Pal could go down as well off the back of Lumji. This is great. 3K could be coming up right now as he floods his way on towards the bomb site. Adam 5 P90 in hand, rattling the shots off. Will take down Roman with a flurry of bullets, but there's only going to be one before Lumji comes in for the defuse.
Yeah, that's what we were saying about an impact player. The tree position is. You do it mid-round, you get that trade, you then have an advantage. A 1-for-1 trade in that situation is always going to benefit the CTs. And that's exactly what happened there. It's what we wanted to see Ufrag do, but instead they just used it as a default. Didn't work out too well. They don't grab themselves this round, however. Infused 3 rounds away from victory here.
And Ufrag. They were able to squeeze out the buy, Hoss. Money was still there, which is the only redeeming factor. They've got the AWP as well. That is going to be on Power, obviously, playing this lurk role as he always does. Just waiting out. JT nearby as well, so they can try and potentially put that aggression towards mid. Tiptoeing up. They want to try and see what they can find. There's going to be Dream nearby on the angle, focusing towards side. Smoke going out to buy him a little bit more time to play with. Still 1 minute and 10 left on the clock as they tiptoe their way up. There is one man towards B as well. That's Jakey, still in that lurk role. He was playing an absolutely fantastic role before as he tips round, but what can he find? There's the open frag on towards Dream as he takes down Adam. Great stuff. Hype and JT as well. Lumji and Dream both falling, but Roma wants to claw it back. Red Snake Jenko, powerhouse of frags pop out. JT, he's the last one on the site. Bomb nearby by Wood. He can actually recover it. 40 seconds left on the clock, but what can he do? Spots the head of Roma. Doesn't want to lose this one, Hoss, so has to put his all into it, but Roma, the timing so slightly off, but he snaps onto it. That could have gone so far south there if he'd been a little bit quicker.
Really could have done. But he is able to snap back in time. Infused 2 rounds away now from victory as Ufrag, I feel like they just have to give this round up and play for overtime.
I mean, you'd feel like that was the smarter play at this point. They've gone for the Tech 9 buy because they can scrape that out. It just levels out the cash a little bit. JT went for the 2 smokes as well because he had a little bit more cash. So it's all sound. It's all sound in the meantime, but there's that risk, and this nade is going to be ridiculously damaging. Should have been a bit of a mortar strike, but it didn't really go off. It was a bit of a deadly firework. Roma with a 2k, though, takes them down, and there's Red Snake on the scene as well. Unfortunately for him, he did switch around, but they weren't able to go for the over-aggressive play. Jakey will eventually find it, but Jenko is just slaying everyone that comes in front of him. Powell's going to get taken down as well. And that is round 23 done and dusted.
And every round now matters for Ufrag. There is no room for error. They went for the Tech 9 buy so they could get these AKs and utilities in their hands, but it's now about how they use them. Are they going to be able to use them effectively up against this defensive Infused, which has been so strong? As it looks like they're going to go for a default towards B to start things off. It has been their more favoured bomb site. That nade going to go across again, not going to connect with anything. Roma going to follow it up with a smoke. So it looks like we're going to see Ufrag set up these smokes, set up these angles. See exactly how Infused can deal with this. Ufrag just patiently waiting. And there it is. There is the execute. They are coming on. Smokes and flashes rain on in towards this B bomb site. Jenko's in a prime position, though, to get some easy frags. There's one onto JT. Tries to get a second, but Hype will shut him down. 4 versus 4 as the T's now start to take control of this site. The nade is going to go, but that's not going to connect with anything. Red Snake once again, defensive monster towards Chicken Coop. Brings his team back one more frag.
Oh, Jakey as well. Backstab as he takes down Red Snake. Dream's going to fall as well. This is glorious. And it's just left on Lumji coming in from the rear as he slowly tiptoes up. Adam spots him out. He's aware. He's got his glasses firmly placed on his head right now. Hoss vision is clear. He's aware of what's going down. But fortunately for him, hasn't got his fire retardant boots on, so he's going to get burnt to a crisp. And Lumji, scared of the situation, will just back off. Allows Ufrag to live for another round.
Yeah, well, we can see Lumji is going to be taking this AK through to the next round. The economy not actually looking too great for Team Infused, even though they have won 3 in a row. Are going to go for an eco in the next round, which should put Ufrag onto double figures as well, putting you into that 16-10 territory that you suggested, just the wrong way.
It is true.
Yeah.
It's just
can't be 100% right all the time.
Now, we'll see the buys coming out. Ufrag surprisingly healthy with the economy. They've still got it behind them. The AKs are going to be there. 5 AKs across the board. Let's see how this one is going to go down. The B-bomb site has been their sort of feeding grounds. It's where they've been attacking over and over again. And there's such a weak buy on Infused. They should shut them down very, very easily. Jakey wants to go for that aggression. The Molotov goes down. Roma peeks him, rattling off the shots, but couldn't quite take it out. Not going to matter, though, as JT's very hungry for a frag, and he'll find one on Roma. Powell claims one as well. Dream's there. 92 HP. He's taking a little bit of a hit, but some more would find the frag. But meanwhile, Lumji utilising that AK fantastically to pick up 2 kills. This is going well. Red Snake, he's going to arrive on the scene, though, tapping away with that 5-7. Wants to find a frag, but will he be able to do so? Not looking too grand from this spot. Will peek out. Hype is there. Flashbang goes over. This is good, but allow him to slip their way onto the site. Health is disgusting on either side. Oh! Through the smoke, the headshot comes in. Hype is going to get taken down by Red Snake. And Jakey, with just 4 HP left, is forced to reposition. It has to do toward the cobblestone, the entire lapped around towards the A-bomb site. Yeah,
and Infused just going to go for the basic play here of splitting things up, 1 on each site, turning essentially a 2v1 into a 1v1. But of course, Jakey has this AK in hand. But Red Snake up close and personal, just going to go for this peek. Jakey not able to do it. Team Infused get their 3rd win now, I believe it is, in the ESL.